In the headlines, Muslim faithfuls observe Eid as cleric calls for steadfastness. Mother and child, 6 others killed as rescue operation continues in Lagos building collapse. Troops of multinational joint task force neutralized 20 Boko Haram terrorists in Lake Chad. Away from Nigeria, 100 Ukrainians rescued from Mariupol blast. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for joining. Eid al-Fitr for 2022 has begun on Monday, with Muslims attending prayers across the country to celebrate after a month of daily fasting from sunrise to sunset for Ramadan. The festivities are part of longer public and government holidays that will last for 3 days. Meanwhile, the National Orientation Agency has urged Nigerians to celebrate Eid al-Fitr peacefully by embracing togetherness and good neighborliness. Zubair Galadima Soba, NOA's director in Kaduna, made the call to mark the 2022 Eid celebration. He noted that the value of discipline, sacrifice, respect for one another, fear of God, show of love, unity and good neighborliness should be carried along even after the Ramadan fast to ensure a more united nation. In a tragic incident, no fewer than 8 persons have been confirmed dead after a 3-story building collapsed in Ebutemeta area of Lagos State. The affected building, located at number 38 Ibadan Street along Habat Macaulay Way, went down on Sunday night. A mother and her child were among those recovered dead from the rubble, the National Emergency Management Agency said on Monday. NEMA's zonal coordinator in the Southwest, Ibrahim Farunloye, who confirmed this, revealed that 23 people have been rescued so far. Rescue efforts are still ongoing to recover those still trapped inside the debris.
Generally, what we confirmed was that it was around 9:30 that the incident started. So before information could get to any other person, it took us a long time. The people on ground had been working immediately. The first responders at the immediate community, and they worked very well. Presently, we are having about 23 people recovered alive. And more people are likely to be recovered any moment from now.
So, what's the estimated number of persons in the building as at the time?
We can't estimate. Nobody can give estimate. It's a very large and long building. The information we had was that the ground floor was purely for warehouses, while second floor, part of second floor was also, first floor was also part of a warehouse. Second floor, majorly human beings.
And on security matters, troops from the multinational joint task force sectors 3 and 4 of Nigeria and Niger Republic have neutralized at least 20 Boko Haram terrorists. The task force, codenamed Malam Faturi Damasak at Forward Operation Base Arege, raided the terrorist strongholds in the vicinity of Tumbun Rago. The 12 AK-47 rifles, 1 mortar, 60 mm, and large caches of ammunition of different calibers were recovered during the raid, while carefully concealed 5 gun trucks and a truck laden with supplies meant for the criminals were destroyed. Also, an MRAP fighting vehicle, which was carted away from the Nigerian Army position in the past, was recovered by the troops. Meanwhile, troops of the multinational joint task force sector 1 from Cameroon neutralized 2 Boko Haram logisticians and recovered 2 motorcycles. A former military governor, Major General Chris Garba, retired, has identified the rising cases of attacks and related crises across Nigeria as a major threat to national development. This, he said, needs to be addressed with more budgetary allocation, among other initiatives, to ensure that the nation is adequately protected. He spoke in an interview with Trust TV in Otupo, Benue State.
Insecurity has come to stay. There's no running away from it. We just have to manage it properly. It's the management of insecurity. Look at other countries. Look at Ukraine. Look at Russia. There's still insecurity there, growing insecurity every day. So insecurity has come to stay in our life, and it doesn't go quickly. It doesn't go just like that. We have to manage it. It's the way you manage it is what matters. So the management of insecurity is what we should go for. Not that we can get rid of it and forever it will, no. It can never leave us again. Insecurity has come to stay. All we need to do is to have to manage it well.
News update coming up shortly. Customs seizes 31 million naira worth of contraband. Details and more after the break. Join us again.
As the 2023 elections draw near, remember, evil prospers when good men and women only wish for peace, but never take a step to make peaceful elections happen. Are you a father? Are you a mother? What are you saying to your children as elections approach? Have you warned them not to let themselves be used to cause violence? Have you explained to them what the consequences of electoral violence might be? Do your part to make peaceful elections happen. Talk to your children. Protect them from unscrupulous politicians who want to put them in harm's way, while their own children are comfortable at home, within and outside the country. Let's join hands to make 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NOAA.
You're watching the News Hour on Trust Television. Let's take a look at the top stories again. Muslim faithfuls across Nigeria observe Eid as cleric calls for steadfastness. Mother and child, 6 others killed as rescue operation continues in Lagos building collapse. Now, Muslim Ummah have been called upon to be consistent in their worship to Allah instead of seasonal adoration during the holy month of Ramadan. The chief imam of Nasrullahi Faith Society, Nafsat, Imam Sharafuddin Alaga, made the call during a Salah sermon in Abuja. The report.
Imam Sharafuddin Alaga further stressed the need for Nigerians to be their brother's keeper, irrespective of ethnicity or religion, noting that this will help cement our relationship with Allah.
We have completed Ramadan. The spirit of Ramadan must remain with us. The teachings and lessons and principles of Ramadan must remain with us. There are 2 things here. Whoever stopped doing what he was doing during Ramadan has actually worshipped Ramadan.
The ulama sued for steadfastness on the part of Muslim Ummah, adding that this will enable them enjoy Allah's blessing to the fullest.
We all know insecurity has become order of the day. The first thing I want to say is that Allah is fully aware of our present situation in Nigeria. Except if there's anyone who can tell me Allah is not aware, Allah is not part of it. This is how Allah has designed it. We do not like it. The first thing is the government should do more. Government is not doing enough. They should do more. I'm not saying they are not doing anything. They should do more to protect life and properties, for it's part of their major responsibilities as governors, as government.
Some Nigerians emphasize the need to foster brotherliness among themselves and also adhere to what they learned during the month of Ramadan.
It's just to tell our Muslim Ummah that all the lessons that we engage in during Ramadan should not be something that we put stopped to. It should continue.
Though fasting of this year has ended, all the ibadahs, the prayer, the tajud, the coming together, the assistance we render to the needy, the widows, we should continue with it. We should make sure that all of us gather together to assist ourselves. We should reach out like we did during fasting.
The message is that we should learn a lot of lessons from the month and continue to live our life just that way. So the lesson is that what we have learned from Ramadan, we should not forget it. We should keep on the good things we have been doing during the month of Ramadan throughout the year, and the life will be better for everybody.
We should continue what we have done in the Ramadan, because it's only Ramadan that we need to do good. Good is for all seasons, and the kindness that people showed and love should continue, because if this is sustained, the country will be at peace and there will be growth in the country.
The advice I have for everyone out there is they should keep serving Allah. After this Ramadan celebration, they should continue with everything they are doing, everything as an act of ibadah. They should just continue. Keep it.
That is Allah bless you. I wish them a happy Salah.
Okay.
And I also wish them that they celebrate their Salah very well.
And away from that, the first day in the month of May, usually called May Day, is set aside to celebrate workers and highlight their struggles. Also known as the International Workers' Day, it came into effect in 1889 to beam the spotlight on workers' struggle. It is considered a fallout of Haymarket Affair in Chicago, USA, where workers led a protest to insist on working for 8 hours instead of the 12 hours a day, besides other welfare issues. The report.
Here in Nigeria, led by the labor unions, workers held rally across the country to mark the event and advocate for better welfare. In response to these demands, leaders across boards have been speaking today. In his message, Senate President Ahmed Lawal called for a speedy and amicable resolution to the month-old Academic Staff Union of University strike. A statement signed by his spokesperson Ola Awuni saluted workers for their patriotic cooperation with the government and other institutions in the collective effort to address societal challenges. He noted that since labor created wealth for the nation, the welfare of Nigerian workers should always be accorded priority. The Speaker, House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, commended the resilience, commitment and dedication of Nigerian workers, saying their effort will not go in vain. Gbajabiamila, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Larry Lasisi, expressed happiness that Nigerian workers have lived up to expectation over the years and remain the backbone of the country's workforce. The Speaker said every well-meaning Nigerian must identify with the workers because of their invaluable contribution to nation building. He therefore urged Nigerian workers to keep hope alive, as government at all levels as well as the private sectors are trying to make life better for them. Chieftains of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, also charged Nigerians to work in harmony to produce a better country for themselves and the future generation. Tinubu, who described labor as the backbone of a nation, called for support to fully celebrate the Nigerian worker. Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State urged workers in the state to remain productive and committed to carrying out their duties. In Edo State, the governor, Godswin Obaseki, has approved 40,000 naira as the new minimum wage for workers in the state. The governor, who made the announcement while delivering his 2022 Workers' Day speech, said his government will continue to prioritize the welfare of Edo workers, equipping them with capacity and environment to deliver effectively. In Ogun State, Governor Dapo Abiodun joined workers to commemorate the day at Moshood Abiola Stadium in the state capital, where a march past was held. Addressing the state workers at the occasion, Governor Abiodun appreciated them for their loyalty, professionalism and perseverance in the face of the global social-economic challenges. The governor, however, seized the auspicious occasion to promise better years ahead, as he promised to settle all outstanding deduction, gratuity and other welfare packages. In the north, Gombe State Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya, in a goodwill message, described workers as partners in progress, assuring that his administration will continue to sustain and deepen the existing friendly working environment and industrial harmony in the state.
In a related development, the Borno State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has demanded the implementation of the new national minimum wage as well as a swift an amicable resolution of the disputes between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, in order to end the months-long strike. The union made the call at an event to mark this year's Workers' Day in Borno State. The report.
Sunday's May Day at the El Kanami Warriors Sports Center was a low-key celebration for workers of Borno State. The state workers and other colleagues in their numbers marched to reflect this year's theme, labor, politics, and the quest for good governance and development. The challenges the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress want the government to immediately address are the implementation of national minimum wage, resolution of the issues between the federal government and ASU over the 2009 agreement, and most importantly, the payment of pension and gratuity. Despite these challenges, the union acknowledged the prompt payment of state salaries, disbursement of 12 billion naira for settlement of retirees' gratuities, and however called for the payment of local government salaries and grants, among other demands.
Worrisome are those retiring and their benefit being computed on their present salary level despite the fact that they were genuinely promoted. Some with 2 or 3 promotion letters. Non-implementation of 12%, 15% and 33% of pension increment with effect from 1st January 2007, of which Borno is yet to implement.
In the ongoing struggle of autonomy for local government, state judiciary and legislators, Labour has been in the forefront of campaigning for the independence of this institution from the apron strength of state government. This is in order to strengthen good governance and bring development to the grassroots.
The state governor, represented by Chief of Staff Professor Issa Marte, who highlighting achievements of the administration, also promised to table the union's grievances to the governor and lamented the accumulation of unpaid salaries and gratuities by past administration.
This government will not pay bribe to union leaders, because if you do that, what will happen to the workers, the ordinary workers? So we shouldn't blame even the government alone, but what happened to the past leaders that they allowed gratuities, pensions to accumulate?
The clarion call for nation building and struggle for better welfare will continue to be at the center of events like this, as they call for government to make the needed change that the country requires to grow.
Issues of insecurity, Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU strike, good governance and the 2023 general elections took center stage during the May Day celebration in Kaduna. Speaking at separate fora during the celebration, the Kaduna State Chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Ayuba Suleiman, and the Trade Union Congress Chairman, Abdullahi Danfulani, used the event to highlight some of the challenges facing workers in the state with a view to getting government to address them. Former Senator Shehu Sani lamented the deteriorating state of insecurity in Kaduna and called on the labor unions to use their numbers to effect the desired change in 2023.
In the recent past, an attempt by the state government to take away our hard-earned freedom of association as guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria through the distribution of forms to our members to choose whether to belong to trade unions or either to pay check-up dues has been defeated.
The ongoing economic uncertainty, job losses are increasing in geometric manners, and factories are closing shops. Debt of forex scarcity, high rate of insecurity in the land, to a level that today in Nigeria, hardly 20% of the over 200 million Nigerians can sleep with their 2 eyes closed.
And this is a leader that will unite a polarized nation, a leader that will deliver our people out of the hands of terrorists and bandits, a leader that will end the malaise that we face as a people. And it's only possible when we elect people who have, by their utterances, conduct, legacy, and stewardship, stand on the side of the Nigerian worker.
The Katsina State Area Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has continued to wield the big stick on smugglers, seizing contraband worth over 31 million naira from 1st of April to date. The area controller, Dawhawada Chedi, gave the hints while briefing newsmen on the activities of the command in Katsina. Abdullahi Ahmadi has more.
Customs operatives have sworn to reduce smuggling activities to the barest minimum and are urging offenders to seek alternative sources of livelihood that are more profitable and healthy. The customs, within the space of only 25 days, succeeded in arresting and seizing 398 bags of foreign rice valued at about 8 million naira. Other seized goods are cartons of foreign spaghetti, macaroni, vegetable oil and petrol, as well as cow skin.
As means of conveyance. Then we go straight to the 98 bags of 50 kg each. They be valued at 8,756,000 naira.
The customs operatives also seized dozens of jerrycans containing diesel and petrol, besides several cooking gas cylinders from the smugglers.
I've been telling you, and today we'll tell you again, we have the prohibition list and custom prohibition list. We have trade and custom prohibition list absolute. And all these are contained inside our website. I've directed the PRO to give you the website so you can Google, go through and see it for yourselves.
Some of the contrabands are used vehicles which the service says are not cleared to be used in Nigeria.
That's why we started having stakeholders meeting. We're alerting them on actually what to bring in as an import and what to bring out as an export. Most important thing is get the knowledge first. We are ready. Even today we sat down with them. Yesterday we sat down with them. Therefore, in due course, we will now get them at least acquainted with what is the right thing to do.
The controller urged smugglers to take advantage of the reopening of Jibia International Border to follow due process by paying customs duty to ensure validity of their goods and services. Abdullahi Ismail, Trust Television News, Katsina.
And on business news, the Nigerian stock market last week closed on a bullish note, occasioned by growth in the share prices of Seplat, Airtel, Nestle, Dangote Cement, MTN and other stocks. All share index and market capitalization appreciated by 2.43% week on week to close at 49,638.94 points and 26,761 trillion naira respectively. The market breadth closed positive as 56 equities emerged as gainers against 26 equities that declined in their share prices. An aggregate of 8.21 billion units of shares were traded in 28,622 deals valued at 49.14 billion naira. Away from Nigeria, around 100 Ukrainian civilians rescued from a huge industrial complex in the port of Mariupol are expected to arrive this morning in the city of Zaporizhia, which is controlled by Ukraine. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has said he hopes evacuations from Mariupol will continue today if conditions allow. The Ukrainian government says around 1,000 civilians remain trapped in the steel plant, as well as hundreds of wounded soldiers. But speaking in his nightly address, President Zelensky said they will eventually be taken to the Ukrainian city of Zaporizhia. And in sports news, Lobby Stars Football Club of Makurdi on Sunday defeated visiting Nasarawa United FC of Lafia 2-1 in a match day 26 fixture of the Nigeria Professional Football League. In the match played at the Apa Aku Stadium in Makurdi, Godfrey Utim scored the 2 goals for the home team, while Michael Tochukwu scored the only goal for visiting side. Ta Akombo, the coach of Lobby Stars, congratulated his players for the victory, while coach Bala Nikyu of Nasarawa United FC said despite the away loss, he was happy with his players' performance. Lobby Stars midfielder Onwa Chukwuka was declared man of the match. And with that, we wrap up Trust News Update, but you can watch more by connecting with us via our social media platforms and also subscribing to our YouTube channel. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for watching.